No, not votes, sir. These are not ballots. This is not This is not voting. These are called petitions. This is how you get on the ballot. I hired circulators. Do you know what a circulator? Am I articulating correctly? Am I articulating correct? It's called a circulator.
Oh my God! Wow. He's not denying it.
It's called a circulator. You have to hire people to go out and get signatures for your petitions to get on the ballot. I know you've never run for anything because you're spineless, you're an atheist, you're a communist, you're part of the community, you got no balls anymore. You divorced your wife, abandoned your children, and you come on here and you create lies. And you sit here and waste everybody's time with your lies and your bullshit, Steve. Time to become a man, Steve. Time to grow your penis back out of your little clitoris in between your legs there, Steve.
Well, Alistair, why don't you simply say it's not true, then?
Because first of all, I can't even hear him because I'm over here recording myself. Go ahead, Steve. Make your truth statement claim again.
I think once is enough for you.
Got it. Okay. Well, as everybody has heard and seen no links, it's just Steve's opinion. It's not a fact. It's Steve's opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's an assertion.
Oh, no, sir. It's an opinion. It's not even an assertion because there's no link, no evidence, nothing. Just spoken word testimony as if anybody even cares. As if this video game is not pointless enough that you all play every night. You guys need to find something to do with your lives. Maybe you should read a book. Maybe you should go to the gym and work out a little. Maybe you should run for politics and do something for your community. How does that sound? Hello? Can anybody even hear me? Hello? Didn't deny the claim. How retarded are you? Do you need me to talk even more, retard?
You should have said the R word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it a sacred word? Because I know a lot of words are sacred. You can't say them outside of the temple, right?
He wants the evidence. Here's your evidence.
Oh my God! We're getting some evidence, everybody!
See, maybe he can be quiet for like a minute to let me read. Illinois politics. Wow, docs. Kitover was investigated for widespread petition fraud during his 26 congressional.
Oh, wow! Oh my God! Oh my God!
That many of his submitted signatures were invalid and voted.
And out of district!
Wow!
And out of district!
Who's that interrupting me?
That's David Bobadilla!
Who's that interrupting me?
That's David Bobadilla!
David, do you have a problem with what I'm reading? Should I let you speak first and I'll speak after you? You have something more substantial to talk about, David? No, you're fine. Thank you.
Please proceed, David. Please
Continuing on, before I was interrupted, forwarded his petitions to the Attorney General and State Attorney for further investigation. Continuing on, he ran in Illinois 16th District as a Republican against incumbent Darren LaHood. State election authorities determined he only had 266 valid signatures. He then launched a campaign for mayor of Chicago for the 2027 election. His campaign platforms and activities drew significant attention on Chicago social media, the Chicago social media. So there's my evidence.
Thank you, Steve. I just have a quick question for you. You mentioned something along the lines of 200 valid signatures, and how many total?
266. He submitted about at least 1,600. Wow. So not even 20% of his signatures that he submitted were valid.
Wow. So something close to 80% were invalid.
Were not valid.
Right, exactly. Wow.
Yeah. What do you say to that, John? So all I'm hearing are crickets.
Oh no, I'm here, faggot.
Still here?
Hello, faggot. I am ready to respond to you, faggot.
You
Listen up, faggot. Mute your mic. Go on mute, faggot. Retard faggots all go on mute. Faggot retards, please go on mute. That is absolute bullshit put out by Darren LaHood's attorney and the Illinois State Board of Elections, which is totally corrupt. I challenged Darren LaHood's petitions. He only had 1,700 signatures. If they would have audited the petitions, he would have been removed from the ballot in the same way that I was. Is that good enough for you, faggot retards?
Well, you were in once, if not twice. How come the court and the judge didn't believe you? You were in court regarding this once or twice, right? How come the judge and the court didn't believe you? Crickets again?
Wow, Steve, you definitely came through with the
I'm just speaking the truth. I didn't even have to use any insults. I just spoke the truth.
Well, he called you the F word.
I heard what he called me. That was his only response. Calling me names. He couldn't respond to the actual allegations. As he knows every single word that I spoke was true.
And he called you names after he's the one that asked you.
You are a lying faggot retard, and you are a retard faggot too, Euro. Steve, how can a Jew be an atheist? Listen up, faggot retards! Go on mute, retard faggots. Steve, how can a Jew be an atheist? How can an atheist be a Jew? How is that possible, Steve? Don't you know at Mount Sinai there were hundreds of thousands of witnesses to the giving of the law, and you're an atheist? And you're Jewish at the same time?
Off the government. You don't even fucking work.
You're a parasite that creates unemployment insurance fraud. You're a faggot retard, Steve. You're on here 80 hours a week talking to retard faggots and wasting all your time, Steve.
Wow.
Steve, I'm a retired military officer. That's more than you've ever done with your faggot retard life.
Yes, you are. You're living off the government. You don't work. You get a check from the government.
So he's a right-wing Republican living off the government.
I'm just telling you, he currently doesn't work. He's living off the government.
Yes, that's an oxymoron.
Once again, I'm just speaking the truth.
Right, the facts.
The facts and nothing but the facts. I don't know, John Kitover. I would, with all due respect, I would say Steve won this debate.
Oh.
Oh, it's not even close.
Oh, you didn't know Steve is the smartest guy in the world. He knows everything in his rooms when he's a green bean. He knows absolutely everything. There is no topic that this faggot retard doesn't know about. He's a subject matter expert on every single thing there is. You didn't know that about this retard faggot?
He doesn't have a green
You didn't know that about this retard faggot?
And you're not even challenging the substantive claims that he made.
That's because he knows that everything I said is true, and the only way he can respond is to attack me by calling me names.
It's 100% accurate that you are a faggot retard, and everything you said is an opinion, you retard faggot.
Wait, how could it be possibly be an opinion when he's literally reading directly from the text?
And when I use the term retard faggot, I don't mean faggot as in Steve sucks dicks. I mean that he's like a bundle of sticks, useless, and just waiting to be thrown in the trash. That type of faggot.
So, Steve, do you know what ever happened with those investigations?
Nope, I didn't put that much time into it.
And since you're such a faggot retard too who wastes all his time on this app, to say that I do no work is not an assertion, sir. Ye need only type in my name, John Kitover, on YouTube to see the 100,000 plus library collection of retard faggots on Clownhouse wasting all their time.
Well, it's funny you said that because you're on
Retard faggots wasting all the time.
Steve, maybe you would be on here more often if you were living off of government checks.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a good point, faggot retard.
You know, I have a full-time job. I'm still paying my bills. If I don't work, I don't get paid.
A lot of right-wing Republicans would say that's like the ideal situation to be in.
Again, you only need go onto YouTube and type in John Kitover to see my library, which is now making me a lot of money because of faggot retards like you who waste all their time picking their toes in Poughkeepsie. I mean, think about Steve Apple's life here, talking to JCC every day for years while he claims he's working so hard on people's Social Security disability claims. Steve, you generated millions of dollars in wasteful spending for the government. How do you feel about being such a big bullshit artist?
How I feel is that once again you have not only lied, but you lied about me. So once again, material misrepresentation, lying. You are a liar.
Steve Apple, the Steve Apple Show.
That's interesting. That's actionable.
Well,
It's only action. Well, you can file a lawsuit for anything, but what are my damages? Because John Kitover lied about me. What are
lied
my
about
damages?
you? I didn't lie about you. You were in the lifestyle. I've got you on recording talking about your lifestyle experience after you abandoned your wife and children.
I'm talking about what you just said 60 seconds ago.
Oh, that you're a bullshitter, and when you claim I'm the biggest fraud on Clownhouse, that's your projection onto me, Steve Apple. And you're a faggot retard on top of it.
All right, well, but you guys can choose to believe who you want. You can choose to leave on stage who you want.
Well, you could make that choice too, Steve.
I've got plenty of evidence to confirm that Steve Apple here is a retard faggot. I'm putting the link in the chat.
Well, he's got to be lying again because I don't see a chat. Is there a chat here at all?
Oh, I have to go through my records to get the link of the Steve Apple Show.
I didn't see a
I
chat.
don't see a chat here.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Lying again. He's lying.
Hello?
Again, misrepresenting the truth again.
Oh,
Standard.
no, Steve, that's what you would do every day here in your stupid fucking bullshit atheist house where you claim you're an atheist Jew. And you're not. You're just Jewish and you're not an atheist because you're a schmuck and you're too stupid to read books anymore. When was the last time you read a book, schmucko? Hello? Link is in the chat. Oh, it's disabled! That's Steve's business, is getting people on disability to become parasites for the government, creating millions of dollars a month in fraudulent payments, claiming hundreds of Social Security disability fraud, helping him slip through the cracks. You're such a fraud, Steve. Everything you project onto me is your own inner feelings. How does it feel abandoning your wife and joining the lifestyle?
How can you possibly
Got your ass! Got your ass!
Well, probably because Kitover lies about everything else, so you might as well lie about anything.
No. Steve, you're Jewish. It's by default you can't be an atheist, you dumbass. It's the law. Did you even read the Ten Commandments a couple weeks ago? You didn't. You don't even know the Ten Commandments by heart. Do you know the Jewish people received the commandments at Mount Sinai? Hundreds of thousands of witnesses. And you come on a social audio chat in 2026 and say, I'm Jewish atheist. I am Jewish. Steve, you're Jewish, but you're not an atheist. I'm here to unfuck your stupid retard faggot brain. You should be thanking me. Oh my God.
Because it's in the Ten Commandments. Because if you're Jewish, it's not possible for you to break one of the Ten Commandments.
By the way, it wasn't me that moved him down.
I didn't move him down either.
I did.
Cora, thank you.
Because he used the
Thank you, Cora.
He used the R slur and the F slur, like in rapid succession. Like, come on, John, you're better than that.
He used it multiple
Are
times.
you sure about that, Cora?
He should have been here earlier. He used it about a dozen or 2 dozen times in a row.
Oh, I'm sure he's better than that. He just chooses to be awful.
John, what's going on?
Nothing faggot, retard.
John,
Retard faggot, sure.
what's going on with you, bro?
Oh, nothing. I just like calling out retard faggots who spend all their time doing faggotry retardation here on Clown House, wasting their lives, all their attention down the drain, all their focus and opportunity down the drain, wasting their lives playing a boring video game. What a boring video game you guys are all playing. It's pathetic.
So Alex,
Who brought him up?
now the thing that I don't understand is if his contention is we're wasting time by being a Clubhouse, how is he not wasting time by being a Clubhouse?
Because he's a lying fraud, and that's a fact. And I've given you the receipts why he is a lying fraud. Attorney General of Illinois
No.
says he's a lying.
Just not true. It's all projections, Steve. And all projections.
Oh, okay.
This room has been very colorful. I've been listening and working in the background.
Fun stuff, right?
It has been such a colorful room today.
It's kind of wild today.
So dramatic. Lovely. So what happened So it was going pretty well, and then John said he records. Like, what went down? I wasn't there for that.
What's your question?
I said, what happened? It was going pretty well, and John said what? That he records.
No,
How did they get into trouble? I mean, how did he start off with Uncle Steve? What happened?
He's been attacking me for years
Why?
because I speak the truth and he doesn't like it. By the way, if it's okay, I want to go off topic very quickly. Cora, can I ask you a question? Would that be okay? Cora might be away. I can save the question.
No, yeah, you can.
Cora, we know that when it comes to ADUs, alternative dwelling units, for those of you that don't know, the benefit is they provide rental income. Most people that do ADUs convert their garages. So the negative part would be people can no longer park their cars in a closed structure. Do you think ADUs weren't even thought of a couple of decades ago? Do people really not care that much about parking their cars in closed structures and would rather have income part of their home? What's your take, if you have?
I think it depends on A, the part of the country you're in, and B, the amount of property crime in your neighborhood. So,
How about Southern California?
well, again, that would just be how much property crime, you know, how badly do you need to lock your car inside a structure to keep it safe?
Got it. Thanks, Cora. Appreciate that. Okay, sorry guys, didn't mean to
You
digress.
can also,
we
you
are,
can also do ADUs that aren't garage conversions, but with the way the lots are generally with Southern California homes, there's not necessarily enough space to fit something in with setbacks.
Yep.
But yeah.
Appreciate that. I wanted your opinion. Thank you. Hello, Moshe. Hello, Rez.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Riz. Hello, everyone. Howdy.
Hi, Rez. Did you want to talk? Oh, okay. How about you, Moshe? Did you want to talk?
I will talk again, faggot retards. You guys need to read a book on this show. Try to read to each other. Get your favorite book.
There we go again.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Don't like a little aggressive speech like faggot retard, a faggot. A faggot is like a baguette.
And the creepy Somali girl also.
Who's the creepy Somali girl?
A faggot is like a baguette, slightly less toasted and served with a bowl of spaghetti and meatball.
Was she drunk?
Super. Totally drunk. Feel bad.
You feel bad. Feel bad.
Oh, I thought she was just naive and stupid.
Slurring.
Half Somali.
She's a lot of things. I couldn't hear the whole thing. It was just in the background.
Yeah, she said her mom's from Germany.
Oh
Was bamboozled by a Somali Muslim.
Hello, Machiel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Machiel.
You guys want to discuss the topic?
Sure, please go ahead.
Apple Steve has come up with something very creative.
I found out about Muhammad and Aisha after I joined Clubhouse 4 or 5 years ago.
You've been hiding that all day, too.
Maybe we could talk about fraud.
Who?
Fraud? I was just joking.
Oh, you mean Jack Kitover?
Everybody's talking about John Kitover these days. The #1 Chicago mayoral candidate, the hottest calcium bet you can find.
Unless somebody kicked him out, it wasn't me.
Streaming this room, definitely. Stream this room season.
Fraud is actually twofold, believe it or not. For example, the largest fraud in the United States, believe it or not,
It's the federal government.
$50 billion, and that is wage fraud.
Wage fraud?
Employers who deny their employees.
Oh, I see the communist approach. It's the employers that are committing the fraud.
That is the largest single, pardon me, the largest amount of group fraud in the United States.
Wow. Not the government. It's not Medicare, Medicaid. It's not the 300 million here and 3 billion there. No, Steve. It's employers ripping off their employees.
Declaring employees independent contractors, paying wages under the table to the tune of over $50 billion.
All I see is abandoned buildings, gunshot victims, gas stations, liquor stores. I'm going to become a product of what I see. I fear the future of our neighborhoods if we don't get it together. I fear that my sons will one day perpetuate a cycle that I've been trying for so long to stop. We have to stop this.
Those kids that we can get to, we have got to get to them.
Yep.
And everybody.
Fraud, a material and I'm not on the internet, I'm just going by memory now. A material misrepresentation, arguably a lie, to obtain something you're not entitled to, or to prevent someone else from getting what they are entitled to. Fraud.
Got to get those kids. Takes a village. Taxpayer dollars. They keep borrowing because
Deserves to live in a safe neighborhood.
Even if we reach out.
Everyone is asleep here. Is it that late? 10:50 for what? New York. What time is it for you, Noggis? Daniel.
they do maybe a year or two, sometimes less than that, and then they're like, oh, they're on the registry where they have to register as a sex offender and all that. But I'm like, but they're back on the streets in no time. And usually most sex offenders.
But what if, okay, but okay,
Listen,
you're black.
most sex offenders, right, or sexual assault
They'll
offenders.
offend again.
That was my point. The time that they got caught, or the time that somebody reported them, that wasn't the first time they did that shit.
Well, I know
That's
you're a
just-
very pro-black person.
That is just the first time they got fucking caught.
No, I
They've done
agree.
that shit several times. They just got caught. That's all.
No, I agree. Your piece, though. So I know you're very pro-black. Now, let's say we were to bring in a bunch of, I don't know, people from Thailand. Not that they're known for doing that, but let's just say they so happen to live amongst the black community, and the Thais were responsible for 87 to 95% of the rape of black girls, and they were openly hostile towards blacks.
Yeah,
Would
that
you
would
say
be a
get the
problem.
fuck out of our country?
I would tell them to get the fuck out of our country. There would be a
Absolutely.
problem. It would probably be a bloodbath. I'm not gonna motherfucking lie. But the funny thing about that is, you said that is, even with this story that's going on with the Asian guy Chow, I just don't get it, because all the stats during the last administration, when there was this Asian hate thing going around. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like this Asian hate bill, and Asians were saying they're getting hated on.
Yeah,
and
they
people
were
are
pushing
attacking
in
them,
front
right?
of subway trains.
But when they got the numbers back, they were saying that all of those hate crimes was coming from white people.
No, it was the opposite.
No,
No, it was.
they
First
said
of
that
all, most
majority of those, majority of those crimes, those Asians were reporting that the crimes, the hate crimes and assaults they were receiving were from white people, specifically white men. So I don't understand what the problem is.
Sure,
I don't
no,
understand.
okay, but we're talking, so.
What is their problem with black
Sure,
people?
sure.
We're not the ones that's beating your ass. It's
No,
white
that's not,
it's white people
that's,
that's
no, you
fucking
guys
you up.
heard though, that's kind of the problem, is that we can talk about simple assault. That means I shove you, I spit on you, I smack you, okay? Me smacking a black person doesn't make the news. Me spitting on a black person doesn't make the news.
But if I slap a person, it's gonna make the news. That's just how it works.
No, it won't. But if, for example, this is what was happening in the Asian community, is you get like a nice little 8-year-old Hold on, this is what was happening.
Crime in that community is not reported. It's only reported
But
it's only reported in black neighborhoods.
Okay, but the problem is though, is that these horrific assaults, like there was one that was super horrible. She was a young mother in her 30s, very like typical, very tiny, petite Asian woman. This young black man tried to steal her purse. He ended up like basically picking her up, dropping her on her head, and she's a paraplegic. You would see, and the ones that were getting everybody were like the old people that were like 80 years old. And then all of a sudden, you see somebody who's like 30, who's way bigger than them, because a lot of Asians are pretty fucking small. They getting ragdolled by a young black man, and of course, getting ragdolled at that age means that you are going to you die, which a lot of them did, or you're severely injured. And so it was the significant assaults that were making the news, where the perpetrators so happened to be black. And I'm not going to say race was the motivating factor.
Was this reason?
I think most of the time it wasn't. It was like they were robbing them, or they're just crazy, or whatever. But it didn't fit the mainstream media's narrative.
I'm talking about during COVID, when Asian people were saying they were experiencing so much hate crimes against them. They reported that most of the crimes that they received against them in assault would come from white people. That's what they reported.
Sure, but we're talking about the significant assaults, and I do not hear that it was. I would say that I do not know the actual whether or not more interracial assaults were occurring from whites. Yeah, it's definitely possible because there's a lot more of us. But when it came to the significant ones that were making the news, the horrific assaults that permanently changed people's lives or ended their lives, these were black people. And that's where CNN, even undercover, CNN said, like, hey, we had to ditch this shit because of that.
Yeah. Not only that, now the studies was bullshit, so go try to get me on that because I was talking about it in the room during that time. The study he cited, which was several others, they was all talking about people reporting them, but not actually documenting them. And when you look at the study, it was saying that basically people had some type of conflict. Asian person had a conflict with a white person, and they consider those hate crimes. Not actual crimes, just mainly someone says, hey, I was insulted by a white person compared to other groups. Those are not hate crimes. And the reason why this is important because we don't consider people being insulted as a stat to be taken serious. We're talking about murder, rape, random assault and battery, shit like that, and it pales in comparison to every other group. Like nobody does it more than Asians and black. Like that's a fact. So the real stats about assault on groups of other people, including blacks, is all from blacks. It's mostly from blacks.
Thank you. And I look, I don't want to make this a black and white American thing. I am very focused on. So this translates into a couple areas. So we can look at the immigrant. So in the West, we share a lot of values, a lot of the trends that we have in the West. They become trends everywhere else in the West. Excuse me. And when it comes to immigration, I think there's been a lot of like very, very bad, I guess you could say propaganda put out there for why we should have more immigration. But when it comes to Europe in particular, the immigrants they get, which in my opinion are the worst immigrants in the world, the Muslims, they are these, what the gang, the rape gang inquiry report released today said was fucking so disgusting. So, and this, of course, this is really indicting of the UK, that their leaders, their politicians, how their social services, their police departments, all of them like really handle this. And to me, it's just like there's no way. It should not be acceptable at all. I know it's politically expedient by a lot of the people in Britain to accept these fucking Muslim savages, but they should never allow the predation of their young, vulnerable girls by these people. And that's exactly what they were doing. And, really, they need to be held accountable. And the politicians in particular, Keir Starmer, number one, 13,000 warning letters for rape, yet he's locking up everybody for a couple years that says, get the immigrants out of our fucking country. That doesn't make fucking sense. And these dirty fucking Muslims that are there, that are raping the girls, like, just deport them. Fuck them. I mean, I don't know what happened to European men in European society. They're such pussies today.
Well, Pepe, I think this is happening in the U.S. too. Have you noticed that Muslim people are starting to dominate other cultural groups and other areas? As an example, take African American culture, right? And it's happened since the 60s here in America, right? They started dominating the culture more and more to the point where even they talk about Michael Jackson being dominated. Even his mom saying, what the hell is this? Like, why is this Nation of Islam people all around him and everything like that? So they're dominating the normal culture, and so they're trying to change the norm.
I'm a gay retard criminal fraudster. I settled with the FDC for $5 million after committing 495. I killed Illinois college students after giving CNO truck license to illegal alien alcoholic killers. It's a retard faggot.
That's their whole strategy, and that's what happened in the UK. And they're trying to do it in America. I mean, look, you got a Democratic candidate who's running for Senate in Michigan, who's Muslim, who wants to grow Islam, and the Democrats are trying to push him to non-Islamic people, saying he's safe, he's good, that's what we need. The progressive blah blah. And this is going to cut.
Yeah, I'm just personally somebody who does not. We all know nice Muslims. We all know them, but as a group, no, I've definitely known nice Muslims as individuals, but as a group, they are a fucking biohazard to every other group.
Well, Pepe, let's be clear, right? There's some individual people, you're right, that are good, but I think the problem is in mass or in totalitarian, in the overall kind of community, the goal of their community. Look, goals of theirs is to spread the religion. I mean, that's what they talk about. Go and spread the message and grow. And to be fair, Christianity is the same way. But the difference is that they're aggressive. It's almost like you have to. It's almost like the mentality that the 44th president said: get in their face, tell them to vote, tell them to change, right? And it's like,
Hello?
it's that kind of aggressive push. And so I equate the Islamic faith and the growth of
I'm a
it
gay retard
similar to
criminal
what's happening in
fraudster.
China, where
I settled with
China
the
is
FDIC
smartly
for
growing their
$5 million after
growth in
committing
other
400
countries,
million fraud. I
and
killed
Islam is
Illinois
doing the same
college
thing.
students after giving
No,
CDL
I
truck
agree. I
licenses
think
to
Jesus
illegal
is this
alien
hippie
alcoholic killers. Lexi,
to an extent.
retard
And,
faggot.
some people might disagree. You have like a fucking jihadist, somebody who is a warlord, a pedophile, a rapist, all of those things, and
He's a retard faggot.
and unfortunately in their religion, because of course we're not necessarily told to live in the image of Jesus because we're not God, we can't be like him, but Muslims are taught like, no, you should live in the image of Muhammad, which is like amazing. So just fucking rape and pillage and conquer. Fundamentally that religion, it was
I'm a
General
gay
Jack
retard
Pershing
criminal fraudster.
that in World War I
I
he
settled with
fought
the FDIC
in
for
the
$5 million
Philippines,
for committing
and
400 million
that's where
fraud.
they had to
I
upgrade
killed
from the
Illinois
38
college
specials
students
to
after
the
giving
9
CDL trip to illegal
45
alien
caliber
alcoholic killers.
1911
Alexi,
handgun,
retard
because they
faggot.
would have these machete charges where these Muslims they'd wrap themselves in wet bamboo, and they would die as a result of getting shot, but not before they fucking hacked the soldiers. And he said that Islam to the man is rabies to a dog. Our very first fucking foreign war, as the United States, was literally with the Berberi pirates. And if you look at what the ambassador had said, or they had said to our ambassador, is that Allah commands that we find you something along the lines like we find you infidels where we whenever we find you we enslave you and throw you upon us. Really just these people do not change. And it's not just that Western culture needs to change. We can look at like, okay, so I know you're of Indian descent. India is about as exotic as you can get compared to the United States because they have religions that are much different than ours, cultures that are just everything about it. They don't get along with them. They don't get along with whether it's in Africa, whether it's any fucking where. These people are a fucking problem.
No, and I think something is not being told here is that the religion is built around totalitarianism, right? We are the religion, and forget everyone else. Screw them all. They don't know what they're doing. We're the next coming, and it's interesting because Christians don't say destroy Jewish people, right? They don't say that. I mean, there's some people that perverted it and said that, but you don't see them saying that, right? The religion overall doesn't say that, right? But in this one, it kind of says, hey, you know what? Get rid of these people. Get rid of people who worship idols. Get rid of people that that are Jewish, or these people, because they're not willing to see what we see in Muhammad. And I think that's the problem, is when you try to say supremacy over everyone else, it forces you to think in a way that is negative, in a way that puts utter dominance over everyone else rather than compassion for who they are.
I agree. I know Ali's been listening for a while, and he's Muslim, so guys, don't nobody gang up on him and let him speak. He's a nice man, very cordial, and so he can have views different than ours, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, so Pepe, I am driving, so if I'm not audible, please let me know. I will go on mute. I just wanted to stay focused on this concept of the rape, culture by Muslims in the European countries. It is really stunningly unique. You do not find any ethnicities actually moving, or religious groups moving into another country and committing the act of rape, just in this case focusing on the rape itself. So the question is why and how come? I think there could be several factors involved. One is
I'm a gay retard criminal fraudster. I settled with the FDIC for $5 million after committing $400 million fraud. I killed Illinois college students after giving CDL truck licenses to illegal alien alcoholic killers. Alexei, retard faggot.
in European countries and within a Muslim family and an enclave of Muslim community, access to having normal relationships with women is not available to them. I mean, they're not socially probably kind of ready to do that religiously and socially. It's a problem. I just gave you that one reason. And second is, I think the culture, Middle Eastern culture, in general, not entirely, but partially, when a woman is dressed in a way that is not appropriate, not wearing a hijab, let's say a young Muslim man newly immigrated to Germany, they say it's 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, and it's a nightclub, and the women, walking out, and with, short skirts and high heels, and just having fun. So to some of the Muslim men, that is, open game. They can attack them because they're not modest, they're available. Let me just manage it. They're Muslims. I'm sorry, they're not Muslims. And also lack of respect.
Please don't scroll.
And so what I'm trying to encourage us maybe perhaps to think about, what is the underpinning reason for this, horrible act of, rape, particularly in England, which is now the capital rape of the Europe. I have actually a friend who moved her family, 2 young daughters, out of the UK just because of this. So you see the immediate effect on the citizens of the nation of the UK. So the question that I would like to hear comments from others on this. Why actually this is the case? I have a good information, but I will stop here and let others contribute. Thank you.
So Ali, question for you, okay? You mentioned nightclubs and kind of the, I think what you're getting at is like, look at the culture there. It kind of puts them in a position where these men are almost sexually deprived. And look but I've been to Dubai. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to nightclubs in Dubai. I've been to nightclubs in Abu Dhabi. Okay? Muslim girls and girls in those areas that are visiting and all that stuff are dressed disgustingly. In some cases even worse than they are in Europe. But you don't see that in there. And it could be because they know that their country would basically take a gun and shoot them if they do those kinds of things. But in these countries, they can kind of get away with it and do it and be an aggressor because you don't see the rape culture so big in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Now, you could say that, it's covered up and that's possible. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, that could be. I've heard people give that argument. But I'm just saying, like, you don't see it as much over there, and you have just as much, if not more, temptation in those places. And so I guess that's my premise. My premise is I think it's more because these countries are more lenient on it. They won't kill you and shoot you if you do those things. It's just like being gay, right? If you're gay in those countries, you're basically pushed off a building essentially, right? And so I'm just telling you, like, that's my mentality on it. What do you think?
They feel like they can. Hold on. He asked a direct question to Ali, so let Ali answer. He's a Muslim.
I don't give a fuck what a person wears. Wow. They don't deserve to be raped. And you gotta be a gay, stupid, faggot bitch to rape somebody.
This isn't a ghetto room. This is not. Okay, come on.
So King, I do agree with your observation. And the 2 countries that you mentioned, because they are the center of tourism, tourists, and of course Dubai. And so they are absolutely the government making sure that the girls dressed in in a non-Muslim way are safe, just because that would damage the tourism and being an attractive place for people to go there to shop and have fun. This is one thing, and also I think if somebody commits, and I think you're correct, an act in Dubai and other countries country that you mentioned, the consequences are absolutely severe. And so I think you gave good reasons to why actually that is the case. And I would say those countries you mentioned, they're more of an aberration, not the norm. So you cannot, imply what you're saying, and I cannot. People like places like Yemen, Afghanistan, and Somalia, let's say the rest of it. So women do not go to clubs and not nightclubs.
Yeah, fair. But if you rape in those countries, though, that you mentioned, Yemen and all those, you'll be killed. Like, if you commit rape and a woman comes in Pakistan and any of those areas, they complain. In some cases, they'll cover it up if you pay the government for the corruption in those countries. But the fact is, and that's true with India too. That's true with any place. But if you rape a woman and you're like proven that you raped a woman, it's considered taboo and sin, and they'll like either beat the shit out of you, like literally beat the shit out of you, and no judge will do anything about it, or they'll tell.
Then why are the numbers so high?
Where, in those Muslim countries?
Yeah.
In the Muslim countries, they're not high. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Americans will go there and they'll do stupid shit. Like, I could just bring up a couple quick examples. There was a young, attractive white woman that got caught with some cocaine. She got a 20-year prison sentence.
Yep.
They don't fuck around when it comes to certain crimes. And when it comes to, there was one woman, an African-American woman, who was having a disagreement with the people at a car rental service. And she was getting loud and ghetto. And they arrested her and threw her in jail for a few weeks and said, you can't leave. You're not allowed to be like, they don't have freedom of speech, obviously, but they don't fucking around whatsoever. And if I was to, I don't know how this would work as a Westerner, like, if I was to rape an American woman as an American there,
you would still be killed. You'd still be killed.
Wow. Yeah, they don't be getting. Wow. You get some of the most vain. I feel like some of the most vain people in the world move to Abu Dhabi, and these are a lot of attractive women, a lot of women that kind of like what he was saying, scantily, will dress scantily and all of that stuff. But what's weird is you do not get even their native population. Because I believe like 88% of their population is foreign, right? Which they're non-citizens, but they are
more protected than Europe. That's the point.
I just think a lot of this stuff is not reported because I listen to some of my sisters from women that I know from over there, and they be so glad to get out and get away because of the way I'm talking about from clitoris mutilation, all type of things that they experience.
That happened in Africa.
No, she's right. In like countries like Libya and stuff like that. But I'm talking more like.
But isn't the Middle East?
The Middle East is so different. They're so different from each other.
Middle East isn't Africa.
Yes, it is.
No, it's on the Western Eurasian continent.
Which Middle East country is?
We don't want to admit it before we got to where we are today.
Tectonic plates. If you're talking about North Africa.
The Middle East is Africa, baby.
No, it's literally most
That's
of the.
it.
No, so there's a reason the acronym is MENA.
Egypt is technically part of Africa.
Sure, but there's a reason it's called MENA, Middle East, North Africa. So they're largely Arabized cultures. So they have far more similar with each other. But when it comes to when it comes to Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar,
it's Africa, honey.
Huh? No. It's literally part of Western Asia, but no. You can look this up. It's a simple Google search.
I don't have to look it up. I know.
What?
You need to do your research.
Yeah, this is so asinine.
Yeah, you're going on what's modern. But if you go on from historical context, the Middle East is Africa. Always has been. Jesus.
Okay, we don't need. Okay, you're doing the street.
Jesus was a Jew.
You're doing the street.
If you take a Bible, let me say, I don't know if you're Christian. I believe you're Catholic. If you take a Bible and you look at the map in the back of the Bible, everywhere that he traveled was in Africa.
That's right.
Amazing.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
This is a pointless conversation, but but when you look at the developed countries like Kuwait, we can look at Oman, the UAE. These are countries that even Saudi Arabia, from what I've heard, you can travel there as a foreigner, and they're no nonsense countries. You're not going to be preyed on by people in their country or by other foreigners. They simply do not allow it.
Yeah, I had a family member. I mean, this is a side note, but I had a family member who recently went to Bahrain the same day that they were traveling. They were traveling through Bahrain to go to India. By plane. Yeah, same thing. And they landed there. And what's amazing is it was the same day when apparently Iran launched the attack. So I called them. I was like, "Are you guys okay?" They go, "Yeah, no, nothing happened." Nothing. And you know what? The entire country did. The first priority was protect the airport, protect the people, protect all this stuff. Doesn't matter who's there. And nothing happened. Planes went out normally, crossed over Iran and went into. I was like, holy moly! Like these, So the way things operate in those areas are totally different. The other thing I'll let you know is those countries are clean. Like you go to the restrooms, you go other places, clean. Airports are clean. Everything is done. Why? Because they police all this stuff. They set up a culture where they say, you have to be clean. You can't, you can't be like, you can't have people, homeless guys hanging out outside. There are areas where there's homeless people. But in the areas where the tourists come, the areas where the airports are, the areas where the mass population is, they don't want the homeless people. They don't want the people on the side of the road. They don't want the dirt on the road. And that's why the airports look amazing. And the crime is less. Now, I think your piece said something which I thought is interesting, is that how much of this does not get reported? I think there's some truth to it. Some of this stuff doesn't get reported over there. That is true. There's women at home there's a lot of violence that happens to women at home and things like that doesn't get reported. But we're talking strictly about foreigners, and foreigners who come to those countries and what these men do with that provocation. And the argument was that look at what they're doing in Europe, and I think Ali was making the premise that, well, hey, look at all the incentives they have, or look at all the, they get attracted to all these women, and look at how they're dressing. And I guess, I was just making the point that saying, look, they're dressed in the same way in those places. They're not doing it. Why? Because they're terrified. I'm going to get shot if I do it. Whereas if I do it in France, what's someone going to do? They're going to lock me up, maybe. Maybe I get caught. Maybe I can run away. Maybe I can escape. Like, France not going to shoot me. I'll have my day in court. I won't have my day in court in Saudi Arabia. I'll get shot. That's the difference.
Well, I would say that there's like some merit to your point where I've talked to Muslims about this, especially if they come from countries that are not like the UAE, for example, like Syria, where tourists just don't go there. So why the fuck would you want to go to Syria? So like Muslims do operate differently. They do treat, and this has been my experience, even with like well-to-do, particularly Palestinians that I've known, where the females in their family are basically guarded like property. Rather anecdotal, but they don't allow females to go out unattended. You do have to dress as my friends, their sisters, they never dress like sluts, but I wouldn't be get into it.
But if you do, Pepe, the point I'm saying is that if a guy does do something, either the community beats the shit out of the person, the cops beat the shit out of the guy, or the cop shoots the guy or kills the guy or whatever. And so there's a fear factor saying, okay, let me behave myself and let me try to do something on the down low or somewhere else if I'm going to try something. But usually they don't, so there's just a fear. Whereas if you run wild in the UK, and that was the point you were trying to make, is that the culture is growing over there where these people are just doing whatever they want, and now they're controlling the laws. They got a mayor, they have other people, and so they can just change the laws and say, hey, we'll do what we want. We want Sharia law, we'll make it.
Exactly, and that's the weird thing is it's like they say they want Sharia law, but they're willing to. But this is kind of like the damning part is like we can look at the Pakistani and the Muslim community that first of all they've been downplaying rape and all of this shit in the UK, saying it was racist to even bring it up. And of course, this report brings it all to light. But for people who want Sharia law, I'm seeing a lot of things that seem like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it might be be anti-Islamic, or maybe this is Islamic. And, you know, my personal point of view is that for whatever reason, you know, this is happening. First of all, the UK is not America. It's not a nation of immigrants. They're just like the countries in Africa and Asia, the Middle East, which are in Africa and Asia, but, you know, let's get over that. But they're the native people. They have zero responsibility to accept people, whether it's for religious reasons, whatever reason it is, they will not get along with the native population or prey upon their native population. They should not be tolerated. And if they're going to try to like advance themselves in a way where they want to overlook the predation on the native, you know, British girls, and like, I'm sorry, like I would never ever first of all, I've never raped a woman, never would, but if I was a rapist, if I was in a Muslim country, I would realize, like, hey, you know, this is not the place to do it. You know, justice is probably going to be delivered very harshly here. But, you know, and I feel like there's a reason why Muslims behave a certain way in the West. It's because they realize, well, I can kind of get away with it. And they're used to these very harsh punishments for doing bad shit. But if somebody like Keir Starmer, the fucking piece of shit Prime Minister of the UK, was just going to give you a warning letter, rape away. Why not? If I'm a rapist, I'm going to rape the fuck out of, British girls. Why wouldn't I? I mean, that's the part.
So I wanted to make just two quick comments to King's comments. Yes, the culture of honor killing in terms of sexual assault on someone's wife, daughter, and sister in Middle Eastern countries is a thing. People get happy to kill. So they kind of people take that's number one. Number two, yeah, it is absolutely a serious underreporting of the crimes of rape, crimes of domestic abuse, and many other things, particularly as when it relates to sexuality in the Middle Eastern countries, for two reasons, maybe three. Number one is people are shameful. To report this, and even this happened
Yeah.
Yo, John.
What up, brother?
Yeah, you went in the Matrix.
Hold on one second. What's up? What are you doing?
You're out?
No, I'm at home.
Oh. I'm in Louisville.
Nice.
But I was in Chicago last week, and I called you so we could try to get together, and you've been blowing me off.
Oh, you're used to getting blown off, aren't you?
I love getting blown off. How about you? I see you getting blown off with some blondies.
Yeah.
How's she doing? Is she your new girlfriend?
I don't know. We'll find out if I see her this Friday. It'll be 3 weeks in a row.
Wow. And have you put it in yet or not? Or you're being a gentleman?
Oh, I'm a gentleman. I don't kiss and tell while I'm live on YouTube, bro. This kind of shit you do. That's kind of amateur hour shit that you do, brother. My friend.
Oh, so you kiss and tell when you're offline?
Of course, in private.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Louisville?
I'm at I've been on. This is my third week. I'm going on my third week of a business road trip. It's got a big
You are. Did you ever think that you would become the military-industrial complex, bro? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You single-handedly helped topple the Iranian government, bro.
Yeah. So I was at University of Illinois, my alma mater,
Mm-hmm.
for a week, for not a week, a couple days. All last week I was at Purdue, West Lafayette. Now, then I went to Indianapolis, and now then I was fucking a great song came on. I started speeding, got pulled over today.
Fuck.
Thank God I got a warning. I was 15 over, but he gave me a warning.
Oh, that's good.
And then I actually got pulled over a couple weeks ago too in Southern Illinois. Have you ever heard of Metropolis?
Is that his town? Oh yeah, I've heard of Metropolis. Yeah.
Well, do you know about the city Metropolis in the comic books?
Yeah. Isn't that where Superman grew up?
Yeah. Exactly. So he grew up. Well, he that's where Superman lives. Where it's the city, the fictional city that the paper, the Daily Planet, he works for, Clark Kent.
It's supposed to be like Chicago, then, right?
Exactly. So Metropolis, but yeah, Southern Illinois. Went gambling one night because there's a casino there.
Mm-hmm.
Left the casino, and I'm on the way back to the hotel, and then I pass it, and I'm coming up to a gas station. I'm debating whether I should get late night snacks and a drink, like a Gatorade or something. And last second, I'm like, all right, I'll get it. So I put on my left blinker and turn left, like pretty much one after the other, you know. And as I'm pulling into the gas station, the red and blue lights come on. I'm like, oh fuck. So they pulled me over. I'm in the gas station,
Mm-hmm.
and then I see that we're like in the way of all the pumps. So after I stopped, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slowly pull up and to get out of the way, so me and the cop aren't in the way of all the pumps. So then the cop comes to the car. I have my hands on, you know, what is it, 10 and 2, you know, to be safe. And he comes up to the car, you know, license and registration, license and, so, you know, I get back to them, and then he goes back to the car. Then he comes back, and he's like, "Do you have any narcotics, or weapons, or, you know?" He listed 10 different things. I said, "No, officer, no, officer." I said, "The only contraband I have in my car, on my possession, that you might be worried about is that I have kryptonite."
Oh God! The fuck! You should have said that. What the fuck are you thinking, bro? Oh, you were in Metropolis. Okay, that's funny.
So I don't know if you know Metropolis, Illinois. It's very southern Illinois.
Yeah.
They have billboards all around the highway saying "Home of Superman," "Museum of Superman," and they have a big.
So wait, just tell me what happened. What did the cop say?
What?
What happened? What did the cop say?
He giggled. He giggled.
Oh, thank God. I was worried for a second you were about to get ripped out of the car and be like, let's see this motherfucking kryptonite, boy. Shit.
So then I said, "Officer," I said, "Can I ask, like," I said, "Listen, I was debating the calories of the snacks and the drinks, and I wasn't sure whether to go to the gas station for snacks." I said, "What did I do wrong?" He says, "Improper lane change, illegal lane change."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been pulled over.
I said, "Officer, I said, Superman doesn't stay in his own lane.
Oh my god.
So he giggled at that too, and then he says, "I'm gonna go. I need to go back to. I need to go back. You know, run the plates and everything." So then, as I'm talking, 2 more cop cars pull up behind us into the gas station, and then a new cop comes up to. I see approaching the car, different cop from a different cop car that I see like in the rear view, and so I put again my hands on 10 and 2, and the new cop comes to the window. You can chill out, sir. You can chill out. You can relax. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm relaxed. He said, you can calm down. He's like, you can take your hands off the wheel. I was like, yeah. I said, listen, I'm just, I saw your new cop, your new officer. I just, just being careful, super careful. Like, this is what I heard. I said, I don't get pulled over. This is a rare occurrence for me. Meanwhile, there's red and blue lights. Like, I'm nervous, but although I'm cracking these jokes. So, anyway, long story short, fucking got a warning. So very lucky. Anyway, how are you? It's been a long time.
Yeah, you always want to call me and get your like dopamine therapy session, but you should just text message me. I'm not saying I don't want to say hello, but like, I don't know if you've figured out what Clown House is yet, but it's basically people talk because they want their dopamine and they can't stop talking all the time. But yeah, I'm good. Life is good. God is good.
You're a talker.
Well, how do you think I get these girls to unbuckle their pants? I mean, if you can't talk, how do you expect to hypnotize anybody to take their pants off? You ever meet a girl and you just sat there and twiddled your thumbs, but
So
then you were like, take your pants off, and then they're like, oh my God, you're right, I'll take my pants off.
I'm a skirt guy. I like girls in skirts, but you like girls in pants.
Well, 8 out of 12 months it's pants. 4 out of 12 it's skirts. I'm just making an example here.
But you're a pants guy. I get it.
Are you coming back here at all? Because I got a ticket for Thursday to go to the Windy City Smokeout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So big news. Guess who's making Aliyah? Did I tell you?
Yeah, you said your brother is doing it.
So he leaves July 20th.
Oh, he'll be back in at least 2 years. There's nobody ever stays. It's just like a place to go, pretend you're living there, and then when the rent is $3,000 a month and you're only making like $1,800 a month, you're like, these economics don't seem to work out in my favor. Maybe I should just go back to Chicago. It's so expensive over there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, so all the Israelis that I've met in Nashville, I talk to them, they're like, I asked, why did you move here? Why did you move to the U.S. or Nashville?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, are you kidding me? Do you know how expensive it is? You can't afford anything there.
Yeah. It's literally like, it is what it is. I mean, but at least your brother will get financially supported for a little while, and he'll do Ulpan and become proficient in Hebrew, so that's cool.
What's OPAN? Is that the program he's doing?
That's just the name of the language training that they call it when you do Aliyah.
Uh-huh.
But you could do Ulpan here in anywhere. You don't need to go to
What's
Israel.
OPAN? So repeat that. Sorry, repeat that.
Either it's a
What's
Hebrew
OPAN?
word for like language center or something like that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you want to study Hebrew, you don't need to do Aliyah. You could just study Hebrew anytime, anywhere.
I'm just saying, people do things to do things, but from my experience of like moving and traveling and starting businesses in different cities, it's like, dude, I didn't need to move. I didn't need to move there, and I could have kept my business there and moved anywhere I wanted. So, people are mobile. You know, to think that anybody's moving anywhere.
Let's go mobile.
Yeah. How much longer for the program to work? Time to go mobile. But yeah, I mean, this is one woman I know. She's like a blind masseuse. She's like, I got this boyfriend who lives like 100 miles away from me, and he wants me to go move with him. I'm like, well, just remember, nobody really moves anywhere. Like, you could go there for a weekend or a week, and then you're gonna reassess and say, okay, now I'm moving back. Like, people come and go, you know.
Yeah.
That's life. Your brother's gonna eventually, whatever leaves always comes back. Trust me, it's all about the money, man. Because you have to fucking have the cash flow to live. If you don't have it, well, guess who's coming back?
Yeah.
Dad, I need to work for Pronunciation Workshop for a couple months, Dad. Sure, son. I got a lot of clients that need your help. They need to learn how to speak American English. Great, Dad. Well, actually, I'll just stay in Israel, smoke pot, get laid. Could you just send me the money, Dad? Sure, son. Anything for you. Anything for you, son. Sing to me, son. I love you, Dad. I love you, Abba. Oh, you sound so great, son. Let me wire transfer you $10,000. You're the greatest dad in the world. Honey, send him 20,000. I love you too, Mom. You're the best mom a boy could hope for. We love you, honey. We love you, honey. Mom and Dad sent me the money. Let's party, everybody. Yeah, Groover got the money. Yeah.
I'm crying.
That's what a good dad does. A good dad like just keeps dangling the carrot. You know, never like gives them more than they need. Just gives them enough to keep them going. So how do you like Tennessee? I keep seeing, you know, super hot chicks from Tennessee. It's like unbelievable. It's like they got a hot chick epidemic over there.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, I should start sending them your way. Things are good. Things are good. Saving a lot of money living at home, but I feel like I should get on my own soon to start doing my own, you know, having my own life, having my own social circle, etc., etc.
You can do all that at home. What's the difference? It doesn't really. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it does not matter. It's all in your head. It's like psychological. Like the thing is, we're just so culturally conditioned. If you were a Muslim and an Arab, you'd be building a fucking hut next to your parents' house, getting ready to impregnate a 13-year-old. You see what I'm saying? It's all cultural. It's all cultural. You're living by these frames that we put on each other, that like Jordan Peterson says, like, oh, you're 18, you gotta get out of your parents' house, go make a living, start a family, stop being such a parasite.
Yeah.
Just date local, bro. Your life is geographic.
Yeah.
I mean, you should make a joke out of it when you bring a new chick to your dad's house. Be like, Dad, Good Shabbos, this is Tiffany. Tiffany, this is my father, Dr. Gruber. English professor and pronunciation workshop, international explorer and adventurer. And this is my mom. Isn't she gorgeous? Trust me, you gotta have some more fun, bro. You have to be the source of your creativity and fun. And your dad will play right along. Your dad is hilarious. He loves that shit. He'll be like, Max, you've made me very happy this Shabbos. Why, Dad? Because he brought over a great piece of ass, son, and I'm proud of you. Mom and I are gonna go check into the hotel for the weekend. I hope you enjoy the house, Max. And you too, Tiffany. And he's gonna leave. He's like, oh, and Max, thanks for telling me about the Eurosi wand. It really spiced things up in the bedroom. You got a lot of magic in that wand. Who told you about it? Oh, this great guy in Chicago I met at the Chabad. He had the Rabbi Shmuley dildo.
So when you come to visit?
I don't know, never. Not right now.
Never.
Maybe next summer, but I gotta run this Chicago mayoral campaign. I might be the next mayor of Chicago. I gotta work this summer. I gotta get 15,000 confirmed signatures, brother.
I think you need a hiatus.
Yeah, that's after the election. I'm trying to liberate this city, not run away from it like the Grubers.
And how's your family? How's your sister and her husband and your parents?
Everybody's good. Everybody,
Yeah,
I think,
no
is doing
news.
good. Yeah, no news is good news.
No news is good news, that's true. And tenants?
Everything is good, man. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about, or there's nothing that has changed. Everything is just day to day. Nothing's new. The only thing is my best friend in Chicago is left. I went to. Wait, I gotta tell you,
Community garden.
it's good. I went to Butch McGuire's, and Vlad, the doorman, looks at me and he goes, "You gonna drop any fake money on the floor tonight?" I said, "No, sir. I said I'm a gentleman," and he goes, "All right, man. Go ahead." I was like, "Thank you, sir."
So you're no longer banned.
I'm no longer banned from Butch McGuire's. But listen to this.
Unbanned.
Listen to this, okay? So, I have some fresh 20s or whatever, and I bought an embossing stamp with mayorkitover.com and like my photo of me and an American flag. And so I emboss all these 20s, like the real 20s, you know? I emboss them, which is like a stamp. It presses it. Embossed.
Yeah.
So I take this girl to a restaurant for dinner. I pay with the 20s.
The blonde one?
No, this other one. And the manager, our waitress was an African American woman. A gay white manager comes up to the table and he's holding the 20s like folded in both hands, and he goes, "Sir, I am sorry to inform you, but your money is fake." And I was like, "What? Really?" I was like, "I just got them at Chase Bank. I don't think they're fake." "Oh, I embossed them. I have a stamp and I embossed them, but those are real 20s." He goes, "Sir, are you being serious right now?" I said, "Yes." And then he holds up the 20s and he's like, "These are real 20s." And he goes, "But sir, don't you ever take these to another restaurant. They will not accept them." And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And so when I go to Butch McGuire's, you know, he goes, "You're not going to drop any fake money on it." So I go to pay with one of my embossed 20s, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're going to fucking flip out." So I pulled the fake 20 back. Not the fake 20, the real 20 with the embossed. I pulled the 20 back and I pay with a credit card because I was like, dude, they will fucking like go crazy if I pay with this embossed 20.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought it was funny. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I went to a concert with Andrew at Castaways.
Yeah.
That was cool. Freaking freezing though. Like it was ice cold.
being at the beach with the wind at the time. Music was pretty good. But yeah, the only ticket I have for the summer is Windy City Smokeout, and I met this hot chick at a bar, and she's like, "I'm going to the Wednesday pre-show," and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "I should have gotten the pre-show ticket." She's like, "Cause I've seen everybody else, but the pre-show people I've never seen, so I'm like still kind of tempted to log on and see if they still have any pre-show tickets."
And what weekend is that?
July 2nd or 3rd week, or 4th week, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you fly into O'Hare, I'll just, pick you up, or you just take the blue line, I'll pick you up at the train stop or whatever, but
Okay.
if you fly into Chicago, you're more welcome to stay here, and, we can have a good time. Because that concert, honestly, I like the food, I like all the exhibits, only thing I don't like is the fucking number of people, but, and I don't know, it's pretty dope. But the thing that sucks is getting there and getting out. Remember when those kids were like, "Hey, let me take a selfie with you," and I was like, "Oh my god, we're about to get robbed."
Yeah.
They thought I was Andrew Tate. They thought I was Andrew Tate. I was like, "Who the fuck is Andrew Tate?"
Wow. But now you know who Andrew Tate is, of course.
Of course.
And but you don't want to come down to Nashville, not until next summer.
Yeah, next summer for sure, but not this summer.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, believe me, I would like to. I mean, it's a great, I'm sure we would have a lot of fun, but right now with my situation, I can do next year, but not right now. I mean, if I leave right now, Brandon Johnson will probably send a hit squad to my house and burn the place down, so.
And did you watch the UFC fight last night?
No.
The Emperor's Gladiator event? It was epic.
No, I didn't see it.
You heard about it? You saw pictures?
No, I don't know anything about it. I know that Cash Patel stopped a terrorist attack that they were like planning on shooting and using attack drones.
Stopped what?
Cash Patel stopped.
Attack?
Yeah, there was an attack on the UFC White House event, but they stopped it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I did never.
They were trying to fly in explosive drones, bro. And they said it was to kill the billionaires.
Awesome! Thank you so much. You too.
So how's your love life? Are you on Hinge? Are you swiping right, or are you just working?
Pretty much just working a little bit, but not too much. How about you? How's your dating life?
Yeah, I'm only seeing this one girl. We'll see how it goes. So many of these other girls are just like, send me cash apps.
You're going steady?
No, we haven't discussed it. I've only seen her twice. But based on our interaction, I mean, it's not just like a no nothing. I mean, we're physical, so to me that's like the point of departure, or liftoff. Hello? Yeah.
Yo, where's she from?
Detroit, Michigan.
The suburbs?
I'm not sure. I think somewhere
Jewish?
outside. No, she's half French, half Polish.
Yeah, she looks Polish. And
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Nice. How young?
27.
How old?
27.
Nice. Nice. Has she been over?
Yep.
Nice.
She says, she's like, I can't believe you're a conservative or a Republican based on your house. You're like the exact opposite. I'm like, yeah, I'm like a hip. I'm like a hippie Republican. But most of my shit, my interior decorating is all because of shit I bought on eBay, mostly. But it's all collectibles. It's like if I ever moved out of here, I would just like wrap everything, store it, and not live like this. But in my opinion, this is like a storage facility.
I thought it's an art gallery.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think? Fucking art gallery is a storage facility for art. What's up with your dad's business?
Things are good, but I think I want to soon seriously think about growing it, taking it to the next level, taking it over. I don't want it, God forbid something happens to my dad, I don't want it to end. And I can tell, like, my brother, him going to Israel, like, he's not, I thought he would honestly, like, be more inclined to continue it and take it over, but I see, like, he's moving to Israel, like, he has no intention of doing that, and I feel...
Bro, he'll be over there organizing seminars within 3 months, trust me. It's true. It's true, man. I'm telling you, like, people want to learn how to speak American English. LinkedIn is like a perfect example of where there are so many international workers, that are actually held back by their English language capabilities. A lot of people want to break in, but because of the way they sound, they can't get hired.
Yeah.
And it's not just the way they sound. It's almost like an intelligence thing, where if your American English is not high level proficient, it's almost like an indicator of your low IQ status. That's why I think I texted you. It's like, it's conceptual plus like intellectual, or like, it's like subjective objective. It's like you can't achieve the objective without the subjective. But it's like they'll never really perfect it, no matter how hard they try. Like if you have a thick accent, it's like it's a part of you. It's like never going away, it requires tremendous work. And that requires reading books. Are you reading any books this summer?
Yeah, I'm in the summer book club.
You're in a summer book club?
Yeah, you?
I'm in a 365 book club. Every day I try to read a book.
One book a day.
It's not even read the whole book. It's just the fucking willpower to want to read one book.
Yeah. What's recently to fancy?
I've been reading Ayn Rand's Virtue of Selfishness, about altruism versus objective ethics.
Uh-huh.
That's been very, very interesting. Like, there's separation of church and state, and then there's separation of state and economy, which is laissez-faire capitalism. And there's so much fraud that they're arresting people on, but guess who created all the fraud? The federal government. How the fuck did this guy get $60 million? How did this thief get $300 million? Oh, the federal government. So it's like problem, action, solution. I mean, but the fucking problem is the government, bro. The government is creating economy by borrowing all this money and giving it away to fraudsters. So it's like, holy fuck. It's like there's no accountability, no personal responsibility. When does the government finally admit? When do agency heads say, sorry guys, we let this one slip under? We're talking billions and billions. The biggest racket is the health industry. Medicare, Medicaid, bro. Like 400 billion a year in fraud. 400 billion a year. They got international criminal fraudsters ripping us off. We got domestic fraudsters ripping us. It's crazy. And you know the healthcare executives. Do you know they make like 60 million a year on average? 60 million.
No.
It's like, bro. It's like you want. I wrote the John Kitover Medicare Medicaid Balanced Budget Act, where every healthcare executive, their pay gets capped at 200,000 a year until we have a balanced budget. Would you be okay with that? I'd be okay with that. Fuck them. Oh, you can't make your 60 million this year, and our government is completely broke, and we continue to spend 7 trillion a year. Dude, something has to give. The Medicare Medicaid shit is a scam, man. These doctors, health insurance companies, and big pharma, dude, they're poisoning us. They don't do anything. Just go to the gym, read a book, fatty. That's what I'm running on. Dude, I'm totally vindicated on the COVID-19 vaccine scam. I mean, it's just like every single day there's more stuff coming out about the fraud, about the scam, about the lies, about the propaganda. I mean, you fucking, you know, have you had any adverse effects after taking your J&J? Did you do the boosters? Did you do your second round? I mean, are you sterile? Have you had a blood clot? Hello? Are you going to Chabad at all out there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Almost always in fucking gang.
You know what I want to do?
The term more
Hold on, everybody. Is that?
Yeah.
I've been talking and I saw that it was muted.
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, sorry, I've been talking, but it was muted. No, I've been wondering, like, how much, like, you know, microplastics and that whole, you know, talking point of microplastics. I mean, what do you think? Have you done any research?
I don't know, man. Microplastics is crazy. It's like, dude, I mean, I was walking out of the gym and I see the water flowing into the sewer and then there's like gasoline in the water and I'm just like, if it all gets filtered and treated, it's like, but dude, the water must just be filled with like fucking microparticulates. And that's the tap water. And you know, it's like, and I think there's different quality of bottled water, like Dasani versus like Amazon water. When you open the cap on an Amazon water bottle, it's like it just comes right off. You know, like with Dasani, it leaves a little pressure. Like Coca-Cola, like might have higher manufacturing standards. So, but when you drink water and you tear that cap, like you're creating a plastic microparticulate as soon as you open that cap, and but it could be healthier than tap water. You know.
Yeah.
You know what the number one thing is that like kills like children in terms of choking? It's the water bottle cap, dude. Think about how many little kids like have that use tiny little water bottles and that little fucking cap, bro, goes right in their throat. It's got to be like hundreds or even thousands of kids every year die from fucking bottles of water.
Yeah.
Are you going to the gym?
I've been trying, but I'll be honest, I'm not as good as I was a few months back. One of the big problems I've been having is I had an accident in Italy.
Oh, you shot your pants? What happened?
No, I had a scooter accident. I flew off a scooter, an electric scooter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I ended up fracturing my shoulder blade, my sternum, and my spine.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude,
So,
those things are just not safe.
What?
Dude, the fucking electric scooter epidemic, man. Yeah, it's like fucking the emergency rooms are just full of scooter people.
I know. So, it's been quite bad. It happened April 24th.
Uh-huh.
So I would say in the past couple days, my shoulder's been feeling for the first time like without pain.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was quite bad. I couldn't even move my shoulder, and but thankfully no surgery, and thankfully I'm gonna be 100% okay. It could have been a lot worse. I wasn't wearing a helmet, it could have been very bad.
Dude, when we left that Windy City fucking smokeout, we're going like 30 miles an hour through wet streets with no helmets, no like.
I know.
We could have fucking wiped out at any moment and gotten seriously injured. We were so lucky.
I know.
Dude, you're not safe unless you're like in a car. Like these people are like the bike lane. You know there's a guy in Chicago who just died in his own bike lane, and he fucking built bike lanes all over the city, and he fucking died in his bike lane, bro. It's like.
Well, I saw someone died in Chicago from a scooter.
Yeah.
Scooter too, recently.
I saw some like guy with his girlfriend on it scooting down the street. I'm just like, bro, they are going so fast. They're in flip flops. It's like, how the fuck do you handle flying into something at 30 miles an hour? It's like you're skiing. It's like you're skiing down a hill and you're going into tree territory. It's like, good luck. Good luck. Don't move a fucking inch. You're 1 inch away from death.
Yeah.
Dude, your life is never the same. I was driving down the street at like 11 o'clock, and there were 3 people on scooters, and they took a right, and this guy in a giant pickup truck, like elevated bed, like huge. He guns his truck, and he runs over all of them, right in front of me. I was like,
runs all of what?
3 people on scooters with no helmets. He's in a mask. He can't even see them because he's so high up. He runs them all over, and like he probably killed at least one of them. And I immediately called 911. I was like, "You got to send an ambulance quick! I just saw 3 people get run over by a big pickup truck." They're like, "What's the intersection?" And I didn't stop and help anybody. I just fucking kept going. I was like, I can't believe what I just saw. Like, it was the craziest thing. It happened so quick. The guy was just gunning his engine, for the sake of gunning it, because it's like he's making all the noise and the exhaust. He just didn't even see them. They came out of nowhere, and he just ran them all over. I was like, ah! I saw him smush them. I was like, couldn't believe what I saw.
Yeah.
It like made me jump, bro. I was like, ooh, ooh. Ugh, they were screaming. Oh, it was horrible.
Wow, that's horrific.
Yeah, dude. I mean, did you see the girl get thrown off the cliff? The fucking Brazilian rope person forgot to put the rope on her feet.
Oh, the bungee jumper?
It wasn't even a bungee jump. It was just like a rope swing or some shit.
Okay, I saw something, but I didn't click on it.
Yeah, dude, it's legit. Like, these 3 guys take this girl and then just chuck her off a fucking cliff.
Okay, I saw a screenshot of like them holding her up, and it said it, and it was. I didn't click on it because it was too unbelievable to be true.
They all look at the rope. They're like, "Oh, we forgot to put the rope on her." Dude, and she survived.
Can you do this to my wife?
She survived. She didn't die right away or something.
So what should I search for that? It was Brazil?
I think it was in Brazil, yeah. But she didn't even die.
Brazil bungee accident.
Yeah, she actually survived.
Oh my God.
But then they didn't help her or something. Like, she survived, but they didn't help her, and then she died later on or something.
No way. Oh my God, I can't believe it. She has no rope. Holy fuck.
Stay still. Stand still. We're going to pick you up over our heads, walk you to the edge of the cliff, and chuck you over. Don't say a thing and don't worry about it. Don't. Here we go, boys. 1, 2, 3, push. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. How do you forget that part of the whole thing? It's like, we're going to pick you up and we're going to throw you right over. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, wait, boys, the rope. The rope. Ah!
Well, I do have a similar story. My high school friend from high school, I went on his family invited me on vacation to Door County. You ever go up to Door County?
Is that Wisconsin or Illinois?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like on the peninsula of Wisconsin.